Welcome back to Expanded. Today, in mid of August 2020, as I do not know any better, I'm on my way to the place with the highest risk of contamination, the national airports. A friend just went on a trip and I was seeing him off, and as Murphy's Law dictates, as I was already in the rush to get there in the first place, I must forget something essential. Could you guess what it might have been? I've noticed it at the station, which is, according to my laziness principle, already a bit too far to turn back from, so had to go creative and repurpose the cab for a train ride. You think that was weird? Well, how about trying a blazer around your neck? I can tell you that was difficult. But wait, 2020 is on our side. Everybody knows this year anything can happen, so you might as well just tie that jacket around your neck and act like you own it. No one will find it out of ordinary. Anyway, luckily the airport's information office had some pity and gave me one mask. After the cap and the mask both got applied as intended, I finally started noticing the environment and counted significantly more travelers in comparison to May earlier this year. The friend already checked in and passed the gate. Therefore, no reason to wander around aimlessly. Let's slowly head back home, right after a quick examination of the state of affairs. The arrivals gate is swarming with guests as well. Hey, whom do we have here? Have you, lost something? Freedom, David? Freedom? Are you looking for freedom? Ah, okay. Such a cheesy character and yet beloved all over Europe, including myself. Damn you retro trends and 80s nostalgia. Regular announcements nagging the public to always keep wearing masks on premises. People who went to search for the virus are now returning from Croatia, several Mediterranean countries, Western Europe and Egypt. So it is safe to conclude that traveling and flight seems to have resumed, pun intended. As Falco, the Austrian pop star, would have said, let's go out of the dark into the light. Airport taxis playing catch up. The arrivals parking is again full of cars. Mercedes, Volkswagen, BMW, Volkswagen, Mercedes, Volkswagen, Mercedes, BMW, Mercedes, Volkswagen. Alright, we got it. Enough sightseeing. Time to head back home. And I, in spite of all the corruption of capitalism, will stay true to my principles. That's why I'm always taking the train. Then switching to subway. The safety announcements are already stuck in my head like a jingle. When you walk into the hall with motion sensors and the light dims on you, that's when you know you're at home. Honey, I'm home. Now to the closing comments. As you know, the microphone test video was a major quote-unquote success. I have received my first thumb down on YouTube. Thanks, Mom. It was the first and foremost a mic test, and as my spirit animal might have been something very lazy, like a hippo, you bet I won't take it down, no matter how bad the singing was. It will be sooner taken down by YouTube due to copyright infringements. And the main mission was accomplished. Microphone was tested. It works well ever since, won't you say? The singing is just that other thing I do, trying to keep the video as multidimensional as possible. Just think about all those popular YouTube channels that you binge watch and the next day can't even listen to them anymore. They followed such a specific formula that they became sterile and one-dimensional to an extent it gets boring. I'd rather risk some criticism than fall into the trap of being superficial. And yes, the other day I was again in a hurry going to the office or something. Guess who reminded me of the forgotten face masks? The beautiful people of the train station. All those eyes without a face were giving me no grace. What do you do in such a situation? I was already running late. Checked all the pockets and rest assured, no face masks. The only modular attire I had was a blazer. Imagine using the sleeves to tie the blazer around your face in public. My only hope was not to bump into any acquaintances. This was the day I made a promise to myself always to keep a face mask in every blazer or jacket. And as you now know, the thinking was still flawed, as the time I went to the airport I did not wear any jacket. Snap! So did you ever forget a face mask? And what was your most creative face mask solution you had to improvise on the spot? I love the juicy stories and will read them all, so do not hesitate to leave them in the comments. Now I'm guessing some of you will be also curious about the headsets over the temples. Well, you weren't the first, therefore I can preemptively offer you my overtime polished answer. I wear these rather affordable headphones to filter out noise pollution. They also provide moderately higher privacy for the daily commute, filtering out all kinds of noises and voices. But what to do when not in use? Packing makes them useless for sudden emergencies. Holding in hand is not comfortable, and resting on neck leads to earphones rubbing against chin. So I shortly experimented and realized that as long as they hold over ear, they will also hold over the temples. Isn't it genius? Isn't it? Especially when someone forgot they were wearing them over the baseball cap, which they removed by the visor, catapulting the headphones to the ground. In such situation, rest assured, you get subjected to the most effective, free of charge reflex training that is guaranteed to work. Or else. That's all I had for you now. I'm glad you came by and hope to read your comments soon. See you again next time.